Hello and God bless you. I'm Elder Owen Shepherd, pastor of God Healing Temple, here on location at the rehearsal of the new stage play, In Times Like These. It'll be taking place on Thursday, May 1st, here in the city of Rochester Auditorium Theater. We're here today to conduct some interviews with the cast and the director and writer of this play, Minister Jermaine Clark of Holy Light Church of God. God is doing some great things. We thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast. And also, very shortly, we're going to share a word of the Lord with you coming from our Miracle Night services. God was doing some awesome things on that night. I hope that this broadcast does something to uplift you and to inform you and let you know that God is working in our city. There's a lot of great things happening here, and this is just the beginning.
Welcome to the Revival, the television broadcast ministry of God Healing Temple, located in Rochester, New York, with your host, Elder Owens F. Shepherd and Mother Arnett J. Shepherd. Now, open up your hearts and your mind and let the Holy Spirit revive your soul.
I said, that's how the girls dress now.
Now see, that's the problem right there.
Uh-huh.
Everybody always want to do what the next person do.
I don't understand why these young women today always feel like they got to be naked to look good.
And what I want to know is what is it with them half of shirts they be wearing?
The half shirt.
Nowadays, all the women want to walk around with their stomach hanging out. Especially them big old fat ones.
Big old fat.
Walking around here looking like they're pregnant.
Yeah.
All their stretch marks showing.
Stretch marks.
And got the nerve to have their stomach hanging out.
Yeah.
Showing their stretch marks. I wish I'd ever find my daughter walking around looking like that. I'd beat her behind all the way back to the house.
Well, Uncle Davy, I don't let her go out looking any kind of way. But there are certain things that the young girls do and wear.
All right, welcome back to the television revival. Once again, I'm Elder Owen Shepherd. I'm here with the cast from In Times Like These, some of the cast members. And very quickly, we're going to start on my right. And if you would just turn the camera, I'm going to have everybody begin to just introduce themselves.
My name is Irving Murph. I've been acting for quite a long time, maybe 30 years.
Irving Murph. All right.
I'm Serena, and I have been acting for about 10 years.
10 years. Mm-hmm. And over here we have...
I'm Jermaine Clark, writer and director of this play In Times Like These, and I started acting when I was about... it's been about 25 years. I know I may look young, but I've been doing it for about 25 years.
All right. And on
telling my age.
On the end, on the left here.
Mr. Vincenzo, me and this man right here worked together from high school up, a couple of shows together, about the same amount of time.
All right.
Business.
While we're talking with you, what role do you play in this particular production?
My character's name is TJ.
TJ.
TJ is some of the ladies' man, always on the prowl. His main thing is, that's his main thing. He has a lot of issues because of that.
He's a player.
He's a player.
He's a player.
He's a player.
All right.
He's a player.
All right. Look, Mr. Murph, why don't you tell us what your role is?
Well, I'm an elderly gentleman that lives in the community and know everybody in the neighborhood because I've lived here for a long time. And I've gone through a lot of things that's coming up. I was, in the hard times, when black folks had it difficult. I've been through all that. And I come across this young man that I knew, his parents and everything, and then we kind of had like an exchange on the different levels that he should be at, and not where he is now.
All right. And Miss Serena?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, my name is Rena in the play, and I would be the encourager. I'm the cousin to Donnie and Ronnie.
Okay.
And Lisa. So, and I am the encourager. I give the encouraging words to everybody.
All right. You the good church lady.
Yeah, I'm the good church lady.
You're the good church lady. It's just the name itself, In Times Like These, it gets to me because I know what type of times we're living in,
right.
And as we all do.
Right.
And we all have had family members who came up generation before us and what they had to go through. We hear some of the stories at church, we hear it at family reunion, we hear it at Thanksgiving. And so when I think about the title In Times Like These, it really touches me because I see, as a pastor, I see what we're dealing with today. Minister Clark, and I will refer to you Minister Clark because I know you like that. How did you come up with this, with the theme?
Oh, wow. The theme in times like these, you know, I love to act, you know. I love to I always love to perform and be on stage. And I was actually in another production that inspired me, and then I just kind of started to look around at things that were going on. And being a father of three, you know, I have 3 young men in the house, looking at the way the children are now. And even though I'm not as old as some of the people, or I'm not like, you know, the character that Mr. Murph plays, who grew up in the South years ago, I can still remember when I was a child, it was still different. You know, the levels of respect, the things that the kids do and were allowed to do and say, you know, you didn't disrespect older people. And just looking around from day to day when you drive down the street and see the kids hanging out, or when I go to functions at the schools and see the kids and things that they're doing. And a lot of times people are saying that the young people don't have anything to do, and I just began to just come up with this theme, like in times like these, just looking around at everything, how things have changed, even from me being a teenager until, you know, having children who are teenagers, you know, looking at how things have changed. And, you know, and I was drawn to the verse in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. And, you know, that talks about in the last days that perilous times will come. And you got to look around, you can't help but think these are the last days. You know, so that's what was the motivation behind this play, and to reach out to people, to be able to perform and do a production and just kind of open everyone's eyes. You know,
you know, it's important to let our audience know that we have we got a Tyler Perry in our city right here. You know, and you know, it's important that people learn to follow their dreams. Because you and I talked about this a little over a year ago. We talked a little bit about, you know, bits and pieces about what you want to do in your dream. And when, you know, I got the flyer and I said, oh my Lord, look at it, the postcard. I said, he did it. He did it. You know, that shows that God is with you. You know, and I know that anytime you got to get folks together to do anything, and it's to put your vision out there, there comes some challenges. What type of challenges have you experienced in doing this thus far?
Oh, well, I would just have to say mainly just getting everyone together and getting everyone on the same page, because just like you said, a lot of times your dream is not everyone else's dreams. And even, and I would also say support. You know, I have to say I have a cast of diverse people from that do different things, and we have some people that have very different schedules. So it's been kind of hectic with the rehearsals, but you know, but God has put it together. But the lack of support from certain people, you know, it's just like I thank God for those people who love me and care about me and support anything that I do. You know, people like yourself. I know when you say I'm going to come support, I know you're going to be there. But it's I think it's kind of sad that people will spend a whole lot of money to go see anyone from, and you know, it's the same way for church. You tell them you got a pastor coming in from